The reason we're talking 1987 Rose Bowl, not just because it was a great moment for Arizona State fans, right? And mind you, Michigan was a 2.5-point favorite in that game, okay? Michigan was a 2.5-point favorite over the Arizona State Sun Devils at the Rose Bowl. Arizona State came down, won the game 22-15, and it was the Arizona State defense at the very end of the game, right, holding Michigan to 0 second-half points. But it wasn't just the defense. It wasn't just a play on the field. There is one of my absolute favorite videos of all time, right? And you can check it out. It is at the Rose Bowl. Jim Harbaugh in that offense, they are backed up, right? And the crowd, which is all maroon and gold, is quite literally so loud that they had to stop play on the field. They had to stop play on the field for a little bit because the ASU fans were losing their mind that much. And like every couple times that Harbaugh and the offense would get ready to run a play again, they'd stop it again. They'd have to stop it because he looked like a lost puppy. He didn't know what to do with the crowd noise. And when they eventually ran a play, got stuffed for a loss. That's like just what Arizona State needs to be again. Yeah. Not just winning the Rose Bowl and stopping a Jim Harbaugh and Michigan offense, but going out there from a fan base perspective and having that level of an impact on the game. Like, I was going back watching that video, and it is absurd to see the amount of ASU fans that were at the Rose Bowl absolutely freaking out and making it such a home field advantage for Arizona State that they had to stop play on the field. Jim Harbaugh, one of the best minds in football as of late, he couldn't audible, couldn't do anything at the line of scrimmage because the crowd was that crazy.
So you know what this says to me? And if we want to tie this into current day, like, you're like, this is what ASU needs to be. And you are correct. Like, there needs to be more of a rabid kind of ideology among this fan base. It's more just kind of casual. It's more laid back, right? Like, they're the diehards. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of them are in our diehard chat, which you should definitely sign up for. But just overall, the thoughts and the feelings about ASU athletics has been rather mediocre from the overall fan base. I think it's pretty fair to say that. Like, there are definitely people who care a lot. And I'm not trying to say that there aren't, because there are. But you don't see stuff like that really anymore. Like, when there's a good student section turnout and there's good crowd turnout, everybody's like, wow. Like, look at this. They're finally showing up. Like, when the CU game was sold out, when the USC game was sold out, people were like excited. They were happy. It wasn't expected. But this shows me that when Kenny does what we say he's going to do, and when this football program does get turned around, there's a lot of potential of hooking those types of people back in. Some who were around in 87, and some who were not even born for a decade after that, and some who were not even born for a decade after that. Yeah. But with the success comes the rabid fans. And this program, well, it's had some good success. It has not been consistent. It has not consistently been out there and been near the top like they did in 87. Yeah. You get there, you get that success, these fans will follow, and that's going to make it, again, a million times easier to recruit, to build a program, to maintain a program, which will make it easier for all the guys who want to stay. Yeah. It's a domino effect. And I know it's like, well, what does 1987 have anything to do with 2024? History repeats itself. Like, we know this. Like, history repeats itself. Every single day, it's history. Anthony Totri goes to Circle K. He picks up an energy drink. I do. History repeats itself the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Every time there's a massive amount of expectations on the University of Arizona, and they're expected to win, they fail. History, it repeats itself over again. When ASU gets to that spot again, or even near it, I do think the fans will follow.